Yo, what's up, everybody? Just give me a couple of seconds. I am gonna get the music on, and as you see, I have a new setup. I'm hoping that with like facial interaction and stuff like that, it feels a little bit better for y'all. Weirdly, I'm looking at it on my other screen. Weirdly, my setup has my head like kind of up. So let me see if I can fix that really fast. Um. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, bear with me for a second. Why does it keep moving that one? Not quite sure why that's happening. There it goes. Let's see if this will do it. Almost. A little further down. Oh, just a little more. Let's see if that gets it. Oh my gosh, so close. Okay, I think that'll do. Perfect. Alrighty. So, yeah, I hope that y'all like the new setup. Let me get the music going. Spend, every stream, spend the first 5 minutes trying to get everything set up. I wonder if there's a way I can save this like setup. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'll have to look that up later. Alright, so let's shrink this down. Get this out of here. Let me get the music going. I am gonna also maybe try to find some different music here pretty soon, or at least add on to the stuff that I already have, so y'all aren't hearing the same 8 or 9 tracks. Alright, so I'm gonna do kind of the same thing that I did in the last stream. Probably gonna go ahead and do a little bit of practice with the quick anatomy stuff. Then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and go into a little bit of more anatomy and muscle connection related stuff. Before I really kick off, this is not something that I'm sponsored to do by any means. I wish I was sponsored to do stuff, but Amazon has these dudes. If you're learning your anatomy, I think that this is something that you should invest in. There's more out there that are better than these, that are super expensive. I think if you look on Mark Brunet's YouTube channel, he does a tour of his office space, and in that he also lists the different things that he's showing and stuff like that, and the things that he uses in that office space. And he has one that's $400. I would say that this one it's $50 or something like that, but it's definitely well worth it. Some of the stuff with the I got this one and a female one for $50. Not each, total. And the female ones, pegs don't stay in, but I will say that the anatomy on her is a little off. I find that her this area, her forearm, is a little bit too long and narrow, but other than that, I don't really see any real problem with the anatomy of these. That would be something that would harm your ability to draw in any way. Alright, so let's get started now. People that are watching this a little later, if you have any things that you think could make the stream better besides me starting a little sooner, please just tell me. But yeah, let me turn that down a little bit because I don't want that to be blaring in your mouth, or in your mouth, huh, in your ear. And I will be right back. I gotta shut that door. Alright, let's get started for real. There's not many people today in the chat. By many, I mean there's none right now. So I'll probably try to commentate as I'm going, but it's not going to be as entertaining as the last one because I don't have, interaction and stuff. So let's get started here. Alright. So I'm going to be a little bit slow at first because I'm also checking to make sure like my head's in like a decent spot and stuff like that. But as you can see, like I use reference for all of this. There's a reason for that. I'm not quite at the level yet where it would make sense for me. Hey Andrew, what's up, man? Thanks for dropping in. But I'm not quite at the level yet where it would make sense for me to try to do everything from imagination. Once I am there though, I'll make sure I do a stream on that, and you can watch me like miserably fail at trying to draw from imagination. Alright, I need to move this over. But yeah, this is, I need to link this program too, because this program is great. It's on CubeBrush. I'm just shamelessly plugging all of Mark Bernay's stuff. If he ever watches this stuff later on, he's going to be like, man, I wish he would pay me, but he's like, man, I don't even have to worry about paying people for promotion because they're doing it for me. But that's what happens when you got a good product, man. This stuff is amazing. But yeah, sorry, going off on tangents. But yeah, the program that I use for my gesture drawing was created by, I don't know if it was like one of his students or just somebody that he knows that's also helping out on CubeBrush or whatever. But it's tremendous for gesture drawing and things like that. You find your own references and you go from there. Andrew, how you holding up, man? And actually, sorry, I thought you said you were late. You actually weren't that late because I had just stopped running my mouth and started drawing, so you didn't miss much. I just did I just showed off, and actually I'll show you really fast since you just hopped on. I was just showing these like little models that I got from Amazon, and I was just saying, like, if you're at the point where you're getting ready to start doing more like anatomy and stuff like that, because like if you get one of those and you're ready for that anatomy and everything like that, it's got all the connection points and everything that you would need in order to like get some good musculature going. But yeah, and it's pretty cheap. Let me see here. You said, I won't read it out loud. Oh, Andrew, why don't you want people looking at your drawings, man? I can understand, like, the sketchbook is, it's a sacred place for us artists, and it's where we practice, but, it's always good to have somebody look at your drawings. I'm not saying anything about, the exact situation that you're talking about. I won't comment on the other stuff, but as far as having people look at your work, it's always good to have somebody look at your art, just because you don't want to create art in a vacuum. You want to get as much feedback as possible, and it'll help with your improvement and stuff like that. Not necessarily like I don't want to say, not with people that don't know art, don't try to get feedback, and you don't have to show those people if you don't want to, but more so the people that really understand art and have a good sense of the fundamentals. You should definitely try as best as you can to get those kinds of people to look at your art, because it's only going to make you better. Also, Andrew, I don't know if you have subscribed to Mark Brunet's like YouTube channel. Again, I'm plugging his stuff. But once he gets to 1 million, he's gonna actually open up a Discord for all the subscribers on his YouTube channel, and that'll be a good spot for you. That community, at least the community for his actual art school, is really good. They're really kind and they give really good feedback. So I would highly recommend you subscribe to his channel, and once he opens up that Discord, maybe try jumping on there. I see what you mean. Yeah, because, it probably feels like it's like a invasion of your, like, your private space, which is, sketchbooks, that's what it is. It's almost like a diary for artists. So, yeah, I can understand that. Alright, let's get back. Yeah, Andrew, please do. His art, if you ever look his stuff up, his art is beautiful. Like, it's incredible. I aspire to be able to get to that level someday. It's well, past that level, actually. I want to be better. But his stuff is incredible. Alright, let's get this gesture in real quick. Oops. Shoulder is like right in here. Alrighty. And then this is probably, wow. Oops, I spent way too long on that arm, or that hand. That's alright, came out alright. This one always gets me a little bit because it like twists. Oh, that is not the correct position for that. Let me... I don't know if she'll ever see this, but happy, I'm going to shout out to my niece. Happy birthday to my niece. I'm sure she'll never actually watch this particular video, but just want you to know that I love you. And I hope that you are having a great birthday, and I'm sorry I can't be down in Virginia with you. So I know I'm getting a little bit faster at these because I can start drawing some extra stuff. I need to start getting these feet in, man. I hate feet. They're so important, but I hate them. Feet and hands. Next. It looks like I'm picking my nose. I'm not picking my nose. I promise you I'm scratching. That was so funny. Oh lordy. That was just good old fashioned fun right there. It literally looked like I was just straight up digging in my nose. Oh lordy. I gotta get this gesture in. That is not correct. It's still kind of opened to us. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a second because I don't think I've ever actually described how to properly do this. Alright, so when you're doing this kind of, like, I don't even know if I would call it gesture drawing. It is gesture drawing, but it's more of like me practicing utilizing a structure to create the body. I'm like simplifying the body down as much as I can, but still trying to get the, still trying to get the overall structure. I couldn't figure out the word, but structure like down on paper. But when you're doing that, you want to attempt to show the depth of a specific object. So, for instance, this leg right here, I'm trying to get it so that it looks like it's partially coming towards us because that's what it's doing in the image, right? So if I really wanted to do that, I would do what I just did, and I need to kind of correct this circle just a little bit at the bottom, this opening, to be somewhat more like that, right? And then, if you're really taking your time, which I'll probably do a stream soon where I take my time and do these a little bit better. But that's what I'm trying to kind of accomplish here. Is I'm trying to do this process as quickly as I can because, as you know, in comics, like, you want to be able to construct the human body very, very quickly. And you want to do it not only quickly, but you want to be able to do it somewhat accurately. Going through your thumbnails, which you probably shouldn't think about it too much during thumbnails, but like in the process, I will answer that in just a second, Andrew. I'm just going to finish my thought. But the process of actually creating that character from whatever reference or what have you that you have, you want to be able to kind of deconstruct and then reconstruct like I'm doing right now. This is like the reconstruction process. That way you're getting closer to being able to do it from imagination. So Andrew, to answer your question, I am not doing these poses from imagination right now. What I'll do is, just for you, Andrew, I'll do one right after this that I think I know, that I've done a billion times from the gesture drawing thing that I'm using right now. But these are all gestures and poses that I'm currently looking at, and I'm trying to replicate, and I'm only giving myself 2 minutes to get each pose down. So I'm doing like a timed like figure drawing practice. So after I finish this one up, I have 51 seconds. I will try to do a pose or maybe even 2 poses from imagination. Sound good? I'm not picking my nose, promise. I'm scratching right below. Alright. Alright, so this one is kind of going down and away from us, the cylinder. So I try to capture that, and then this foot, doing something like this. And I'm going to imagine that this foot, because it's not on screen, that's not right. Something like that. Alright, and then the arms. Oh gosh, spent way too much time on the feet. Alright, let me pause this. Alright, so, two things real fast before I go through this, Andrew. I want to say this, and I might even make this my video this upcoming weekend. Drawing strictly from imagination when you're a beginner is very overrated. Even when you're like, I would say at this point, like, I can't keep calling myself a beginner. I'm like in the intermediate phase where I'm like in between beginner and being at like what I would say like close to like a professional level. But even for people like me, I shouldn't be doing too much just from imagination. And the reason is when you see really good artists like doing things from their imagination, it's because they have drawn a specific thing so many times that they don't have to look at a reference anymore, and they can imagine it and recall it, and they could get it down on paper, and it's pretty accurate, right? Not every artist is able to do that, and some, I would say, all professionals, if they get stuck on something, they don't just guess. They go back and they find a reference that matches what they're trying to do, and they use that to draw. And that's okay. Like, I feel like people think that that's cheating, and it's not. It's what all artists should be doing when they have questions about whether or not they're doing something correctly, is going back, referring to something, finding a good reference to what you're trying to draw, and that way you're actually learning something as you're drawing. So, without further ado, let's do... Alright, I have this one pose that hopefully it doesn't pop up. If it does, it's actually probably a good thing, but this one pose that I really like, I'll try to do that one really fast. From imagination. And I'll also take my time and try to make it pretty clear, like where the shapes are going and stuff like that, so it feels a little bit more in space since I'm doing it from my imagination. It's probably good practice for me, actually, so thanks, Andrew. Doing a quick measurement test to make sure my proportions are okay, which right now they feel alright. I can't really remember what happens with this leg. So this is actually facing towards us, and then it drops down like not quite that much. So it should be something like that. And then this leg always confuses me, because I don't know if I quite agree with this particular way that it's drawn. I think this part goes away. So this part comes towards us, if I'm recalling it correctly. Comes towards us like that, just a little bit, but it's still behind this leg, and then the back of the leg actually goes quite far away from us. And I think the feet do something like this. Let me try to get the foot down here correctly. Alright, so it's something like that. Alright, so this arm comes towards us. Get that cylinder in there a little bit better. And then it's, I think her forearm in this pose drops down something like this. And then her hand is like that. And then this arm, if I were to continue this out, it would be like right around in here for the chest. So this is a technique that's really good to do when you are struggling with the perspective of something. This is called just drawing through. It's a really important process for helping to make things look consistent and, you know, right overall with your proportions and things like that. So I think that her upper arm actually ends pretty soon because it's foreshortened quite a bit, and then her lower arm kind of tapers down like this, and then the hand. So now I can erase all of this back again. I think this drops down even more than what I had it dropping down. So now I can go back through. Is that right? No, it's coming towards us, right? Oh, I know what's happening. Okay. So it's going down away from us. This is coming towards us here. This is going away from us. I won't worry about the chest, the leg. No, I'm not going to finish doing all of this. I mean, I probably could and should, but I want to move on to the next gesture, or construction. Before I do that, though, I'm going to check on my computer how I did with that reference. And this is exactly the process you should do if you are trying to draw from imagination, right? If it's something that, like a pose that you've seen before or whatever, you know, you can go back through if you have it saved and look at it and see how close it is. And I'm looking at this right now, and I actually did a decent job. There's two big problems with this pose that I did. One, this piece right here is a little off, and then two, this is off. So, if I were to go back to correct this, this part of the forearm right here isn't quite in the correct direction. So what I'll do is I'll go back and correct that, because you don't learn unless you correct. So it is going slightly down, but it's coming into the body a little less than what I had it coming into the body. and this is still popping towards us. So this is why I was a little confused. There's like a real three-dimensional like aspect to this particular arm, because not only is it and this is probably a little too much, but not only is it coming towards us, but it's going down coming towards us. So it's a slanted cylinder, and the hand's doing something like that. This back arm's okay, and the leg is a little off. Not too bad, but it is a little off. So the knee's like here, and the leg actually in this pose is like this. And then the foot is here. So that's how I would go about if, like, as a person that's not a professional yet, this is how I would go about doing stuff from imagination. And this is probably what I'll do when I make my comic. But yeah, you don't want to go too far out of the way of trying to, like, don't think to yourself, oh, if I can't do all of this from imagination, that means I'm a bad artist. No, that's wrong. You're a good artist if you can draw things that you observe in a way that looks pretty much like it. So if I want to draw this water bottle, if I can sit here and I can observe it and draw it and make it look semi-decent, that's okay. That means I'm still a decent artist, right? Andrew, you know how I'm learning art more because of others rather than myself? I think that might lead me to being lazy with learning art. Yeah, man, like, I think I get what you're saying. Like, you're saying that you are trying to learn art for, like, a different motive or what have you than just, like, being able to do it for yourself. You feel like you're doing it for other people. Yeah, man, that will, if you don't have, like, something that's pushing you, and this is more like life advice, but if you don't have something that's pushing you within yourself to accomplish a particular goal or what have you, you're going to be kind of stuck. And art is one of those things, man. Art is hard. Like, I think people just have this conception of art that, like, I don't know, like, people just pick up pens and pencils and they can just draw and they're just good at drawing, and it's like something that they're born with, and that's not true. Art is a skill that you learn through trial and error, and it takes a lot of studying and a lot of hard work. Like, at this point, I can pretty much name every muscle in the body, where it attaches, or around about where it attaches, and you know, I can draw things in perspective fairly well, and this is gonna come off like I'm being cocky, but I feel like I know just as much about those particular things on muscles than most professionals do, or a good portion of professionals in the field. But that doesn't equate, obviously, to me having professionally good, like, quality kind of work. That's because I haven't put in nearly the amount of time that they have, and I have to put in that time, which is, you know, the stream. All right. Let's go back to doing a couple of these. I swear, I'm not picking my nose. I have just, like, this, like, itch, like, underneath my nostril. It probably just looks like I've been picking my nose the whole stream. But yeah, so I'm going to go back to this, and then not at the end, but after I finish these things up, I'll probably go back to doing maybe some more imaginative stuff, and I'll treat you to a little treat. At the end, I'll talk a little bit about my upcoming one-shot. Alright. Whoops. I clicked the wrong thing, and I got rid of the chat. Oh no. What is going on? There it goes. It's back. Alright. Sorry guys, I'll try not to sing or hum too much. I actually really enjoy singing, even though I cannot sing. Yo, what's up, man? I appreciate you dropping in. Is it Harshal? Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've been working real hard on this stuff. Let me show y'all just a quick. Here, let me pause this really fast. I'm gonna show y'all a quick peek of something I've been working on. So this is the character sheet that I did for the main character of my one shot. Yep. So I hope y'all enjoy this little sneak peek at what I've been working at. I'll probably post it pretty soon on my Facebook page or something like that. But just wanted to give y'all that quick sneak peek of that. Yeah, dude, I have this strange fear of saying people's names wrong. I always have, just because I just feel bad when people pronounce other people's names wrong. So that's why I said that. Yeah. So, all right, back to regular scheduled programming. Alright, I have like 14 seconds. Let me get the rest of this in. It's going this way, and then... Yeah, thank you, man. Hopefully people like the one shot. It's for a contest. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to give too much information on it until, July or something like that, just because I think that they ask us not to post it anywhere or to talk about it too much until they go through, they're like judging it and everything like that. It's for the Clip Studio Paint International Comic Contest. So I think that they don't want people to like spoil it, because if you win or if you get like scouted or whatever, it could get published. So I won't say too much about it, just out of fear of possibly having it published and then them being like, well, we can't publish it because you ruined it. But I don't think showing the character design or anything like that will, if anything, that would kind of pull up some hype around it. So I don't know, but I'll keep y'all informed. I'll probably post when it gets posted up or whatever they're doing. I don't know how that works. I don't know if like regular audiences or whatever are allowed to like look at it and vote on which one they like. I've had some contests like that, but if that does happen, I'll post on YouTube the link for that so everybody can view it. And then if it doesn't get published, I'll do what I did with my last one shot. I'll read it on YouTube and post it for a video. Yeah, so as of right now, I think that I've written pretty much the entirety of the script. I'm just going back through and like refining it. I think it's going to be about 31 pages, 30, somewhere in that range. That might change after I do my thumbnailing, which I haven't gotten to yet. It's not due until April, but yeah, I think it'll be a pretty long one. It'll be around 30 pages, and pretty long in my standard, because the other one shot I made was like, I think it was 10 pages, 9 pages, something like that. So yeah, it's gonna be my biggest like finished product. All right, Andrew, man. Good night. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you hopping on as always. I'll start doing. I'm gonna probably do live streams every Wednesday at 5:30 from now on. I got a new job, so I should have a. My schedule should be a little bit better. But I appreciate you coming, man. You've always been supporting me, and I really like. I'm really thankful for it. Thank you, dude. Harshal, thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate you hopping on, man. And this is one problem I gotta fix with my gestures. I always make them slightly unbalanced. But at least I'm noticing it. Yeah, I gotta rework this one later. Let me at least plot this head down a little bit. Alright. Sorry I went like radio silent there. I was concentrating real hard. Oh lordy. Oh man, this pose kills me every time. It's so hard. There's a lot of foreshortening in here. Alright, let's see what I got. Having my face on stream is just like, it's so funny because I'm like realizing how often I like touch my face. Oh boy, it's probably why I've been sick for the past month. I touch my face too much. That's off. Alright. Let's see, this guy's, whatchamacallit, is like this. And his knee is, this probably could pop in a little bit. His knee comes up to here. And then leg comes out like this. Is it going? Yeah, it's going a little bit further past. Boy, this one is coming out real rough. I'm gonna have to do a live stream soon of me just doing this particular pose, like, and trying to slow it down so I can actually, like, because I'm not, like, I am not really, like, imagining the body in perspective very well right now, and I'm just getting nervous and guessing. Oop, next one. Wow, what just happened? That's a little lower than that. "24 seconds to draw the arms." I think I can manage that. Maybe. Alright. I think this is probably the last pose, second to last pose. This one, I really like this pose. I wish I could show you all the poses as I'm doing it. I could probably get the gesture drawing thing on this screen, but this pose I don't think is physically possible. Just the way the legs are, but it's just really dynamic and fun looking. Oh jeez. Probably need to, like, pause it or something. I spent 50 seconds talking. Shocker, right, guys? Oh, lordy. Alright. Let's get this in. This is the back of the torso. I mean, the hips. Alright, so yeah, this pose has his leg coming like this towards us. And then this leg going back. Shoulders going back. Cool. So this is the spoils of war for today. I'm gonna try to. How long have we been on stream? Let me check. Almost an hour. Trying to think here. Should I could probably do a few heads in perspective, maybe. Yeah, let's maybe do let's do a few heads from imagination. Alright, let me, I'm just gonna flip this chair around so I can lean into it. My back is starting to hurt a little bit. I might do a review of this chair here pretty soon. Oh, alright. So I'll do like 5 heads real fast, and then after I do the 5 heads, I'll end the stream. I want to get a little bit of writing done, and I want to try to maybe get some character design sheet done for another one of my characters real fast. But let's see what we can do here. I am going to try to do a head looking up at a 3/4 view. That is not correct. That is not correct either. Nope. It's a little better. So it's important you take your time on this particular part. Like, I'm already seeing, as I was getting ready to start drawing, I'm seeing a mistake here. Alright. Yeah, you want to take your time on this part, because you get this structure wrong, you're going to get the face wrong. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to draw a line that's parallel to that one. So it should be like this. This line is, it's kind of like this instead, so I need to push it. Push it out a little more. There we go. And now you just grab this length here, and that's the length that's going to be there, and connect the jaw. Always add a neck to your heads, just as a reminder for some, or a pointer for others. Your neck, your spine, it is shaped like this. So if you're looking this way, your spine doesn't go like this, right? It's not straight up and down. Your spine from your neck actually goes like this, and then it goes around, and then it tapers in like that, right? So when you're drawing your necks shouldn't be straight up and down. They should have a little curve to them. to mimic that. From this angle, I think that you would see a little bit of the, whatever this spot's called. Just a little bit of it. And it would drag down like that. Ear there. I want to put in the area for the eyes as well. So just as this is my stylistic choice, so this isn't correct. This particular line actually goes halfway. I like to do it a little further down because I like to draw my character's eyes slightly bigger than they should be because I like the expressiveness that you can have with it. That's my choice. That's what style is, by the way, peeps. It's a choice, a decision that you're making. It's not something that just happens by mistake and you say, oh, that was my choice. Nose area for the eyes. The eye sockets, I should say. And that is a head. I'm going to actually, you probably won't be able to see what I'm doing, but I'm going to actually check this. Another shameless plug for Mark Brunet. He has a really cool, like, character, I mean, not character model, but it's a Loomis method head that he created with, like a, I'm guessing he created it on, man, what's that program called? ZBrush, there we go, or something of that nature. But it's a Loomis method head, and you can take it and spin it around in different angles and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing to check my work right now as we speak. So man, that's pretty close. The problem is that I can't spin it the way that I want. Or maybe the problem is I've been drawing this wrong for a long time. Let me think about this here. So this would be this way, but I want it to be a little... It's interesting. Alright. Yeah, it's not too bad. The thing that I'm looking at is actually this particular part right here. I think that I have the angle of that circle wrong, which is causing some problems in my construction. So let me do this. I'm going to take this and I wonder if that changed anything for y'all. Oh, it did. Interesting, interesting. Let me get rid of that and maybe that'll help. Sorry, I know the view's probably a little strange now, but I wanted to be able to use this as a reference. So let me redraw this really fast. This isn't the exact angle that I just did, but so as you just saw, I just used like kind of the draw through method that I talked about earlier in the video. Very powerful tool in your toolkit if you let it be. This line's wrong. This needs to be more like this. This definitely is not the angle that I was trying for earlier. But that's fine. So it's my second head. I'll probably just do this last one and then I'll finish stuff up. I gotta eat. But I'll be back next Wednesday, barring any like crazy thing happening. But hopefully y'all have been enjoying these streams. I've enjoyed them. So for those of you who are watching back, I'm sure nobody's gotten this far into the stream. It'd be crazy. But I'm sure for those of you who are watching back, or not sure, but hopefully for those of you who are watching this stuff back, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments and stuff about what you would like to see and all that good stuff. Until it's about time for me to finish up and barely draw my circles now. Tired. Long day at work. Alright, everybody. I'm going to wrap up there. One, I'm tired. And my drawings are starting to show that I'm tired. And two, I need to get some food in my stomach and start prepping this story that I have. I'll definitely keep y'all updated on how it's going. I'll probably do a couple videos here and there, just kind of saying where I'm at in the process, saying like what I enjoyed, what I didn't enjoy, what was hard, what wasn't hard, and how the methods that I kind of laid out. I did a video on like, what was it? I can't remember what I call it, like preparing for a one-shot or something like that. I'll tell you how those steps went. If it goes really, really well, and maybe if I get published, I mean, that would be obviously the dream, but if something like that happens, I'll do like a full course, like maybe even post it on like Udemy or something like that, about like that process and why I felt like it was successful or not successful or what have you. But obviously if I don't get published, I'll just do it on YouTube and talk about the things I felt like I could do better. But yeah, I hope that y'all enjoyed the video, and I will be back next Wednesday with a live stream and this Saturday with another video. Alright, peace!